Hello my keto peeps, it's Samaya and welcome back to my channel, I Don't Sugarcoat. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make a keto lemon cake. So let's get started. Before we begin, today's video is sponsored by Wholesome Provisions. They are a company located right here in the US and they specialize in making keto-friendly products, two of which are now staples in my keto kitchen, and that is their Allulose Sweetener blend and their Lupin Flour. Visit their website today and check out their catalog of low-carb friendly products. I'm certain there's something on there for everybody. I'll leave a link to their website in the description of this video. Now let's jump into this recipe. We're going to begin this recipe by mixing our flours first. So in my bowl here, I have half a cup of Lupin flour. To this, I'm going to be adding half a cup of some coconut flour. And then next, I'm going to be adding a half a cup of some wheat protein isolate, the 8,000 version. And I'm going to be adding half a cup of that to my mix here. Next, I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of some baking powder and then half a teaspoon of some salt. Now we're going to go ahead and give this a nice quick little whisk. And we're going to just set this bowl out of the way for now. Now we're going to go ahead and add in 3/4 of a cup of some room temperature butter to our stand mixer here. Or if you don't have a stand mixer, you can just add it to a bowl and use a handheld, a handheld mixer. Now we're just gonna let this get mixed for about a minute or two, just so it can get nice and creamy. By the way, I know that it is super bright on this side of my kitchen. I try to close my blinds. It's not doing very much in the way of helping. So things look a little blown out, but just try to ignore it. Okay, I have in my cup here, I have in my bowl here 1 cup of the Allulose Sweetener blend. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my bowl. And then we are going to let it mix together on high for a couple minutes. Now we're going to turn this on to a low speed and then we're going to add in 1 egg at a time. Now go ahead and scrape down the sides of your bowl once more and scrape along the bottom too, because there might be some butter that did not get incorporated into the mix here. And it's okay if it looks a little crumbly and like it's not all mixed together. It will get all combined nicely when we add our dry ingredients. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and add in the rest of our wet ingredients. Well, most of them. So here I have the juice of 1 small lemon. I'm going to add in 1/4 of a cup of some sour cream. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now this is where this becomes optional, depending on how much lemon flavor you want your cake to have. You can always opt to do a little bit more lemon juice. I didn't want to add too much extra liquid to it, so I'm adding 2 teaspoons of some lemon extract. I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons of some cake batter extract. That is also optional. You can leave this out if you like. And I'm adding in the zest of 1 lemon. And now we're just going to turn this on to low and let it mix until this is all incorporated, and then we'll begin adding our dry. Okay, so add your dry ingredients in and be careful not to spill. and turn it on to low and let it mix together. And depending on how dry your dough looks, you may need to add some non-dairy milk to your batter here. So I'm gonna start adding 1 tablespoon at a time. So I ended up adding all 6 tablespoons of my cashew milk to this. And so now we're gonna go ahead and take this bowl off, and we're gonna give this one final mix with our spatula, just to make sure that, you know, we get everything incorporated into this nicely. We want to scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, and give it one good mix, but try not to over mix it. So now that it's all nice and mixed together, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my beautiful bundt pan here. I totally love this thing. I am in love with it. It's so gorgeous, you guys. You can use a bundt pan or a cake pan. I prefer using a bundt pan for this. So I have already sprayed this with some cooking oil, and I have dusted this with a little bit of some oat fiber flour. So that's what I like to use for those types of things, but because it has 0 net carbs. So I would suggest using that to dust your pan with instead of doing like Lupin Flour or something. This would be what I would recommend. So we're gonna go ahead and spread this out in our pan. If you can hear my refrigerator right now, sorry about that. So spread it out, get it nice and evenly distributed. You know, I'm not going to try to say it again because I feel like I'm not going to be able to say it. It's one of those words right now that it wants to be a tongue twister for me for some reason. So just get it spread out evenly in your pan. Now give your pan a little bang on whatever surface you're on. You want to try to get any of the air bubbles out of there. So now I'm going to put this in my oven that's been preheating at 350. I've also lowered the top rack to the bottom third of the stove, just so that way it's not getting too much direct heat on top of here. Now, somewhere between, I'd say maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you're gonna need to cover it with some aluminum foil because you're not gonna want it to over brown and mess up this beautiful cake that you've worked so hard for. So go ahead and get it in the oven and we'll be back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you how long it should be in there. It should be in there for about 45 to 60 minutes. And that's gonna kind of depend on your stove. So you wanna be checking on it, especially once it hits around the 40-minute mark, just to see what it's looking like. Stick it with a toothpick and just kind of gauge how much longer it needs to be in the oven from there. And I will be back when this is ready and show you guys what we have. My cake is done. It cooked for about 45 to I think maybe 47 minutes, something like that. And I let it sit at room temperature for an hour before I took it out of the pan, which is, I mean, you can let it sit a little bit less, but because I wanted to make sure that it came out with the beautiful design, I just let it completely cool in the pan and it came out so perfect. Look at it. It's so beautiful, you guys, and it smells freaking amazing. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got half a cup of some Allulose Sweetener blend in here, and I am going to put half a tablespoon of some lemon juice, and that's fresh squeeze, or you can use the stuff in the bottle. It really doesn't matter. It's all about what you want to do. And I'm going to start mixing this together. Okay, and now That looks absolutely delicious to me. So recipe wise, I'd probably say it's going to be more like 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice to 2 tablespoons of the heavy cream, and then 1/2 cup of sweetener. So I will make sure to make that adjustment when I write out the recipe. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut a piece of this. I hate to cut a piece of this. It's so pretty. But one, I wanna be able to taste it on camera for you guys. And two, I really just wanna be able to taste it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a piece out and let you guys know what I think. And it looks so, so beautiful, you guys. But I think the texture, you guys, is so great looking. It's so moist. It looks fabulous. So I got my little dessert fork here, and I'm just going to cut right into that. You guys, oh my goodness. I promise you, this is simply amazing. Like, so seriously. If you can describe lemon cake as sinful, I know they usually say chocolate cake tastes sinful, but this, to me, it's sinful. It's so moist. It's perfectly balanced with the lemon. The icing on it works so well. Oh my gosh. And maybe it's because I really, really love lemon cake, like really love lemon cake. But if you love lemon cake like I do, you're gonna simply love this. So I think that's gonna be it for today. I don't got anything else to add. I wanna go ahead and close this video up and get out of here. I have had so many delays in filming today, so I'm ready to be done for the day. So that is going to be it for me today. I don't have anything else that I need to add. So if you like this video, please hit that like button for me. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, click that subscribe button and don't forget to ding the little bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, you guys, bye.